Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Upload. I'm Maris Aylward. Today's video is a yoga mat review of the Manduka Black Mat Pro. Find out if this is the right yoga mat for you and your practice. That's coming up next. First, I'd like to show you the yoga mat laid out on the ground, talk about the specs and the pros and cons. This is the Manduka Black Mat Pro laid out on the ground. It stays flat, no curling at the edges. It is 71 inches long and 26 inches wide. The mat is very dense. It is 1/4 inch thick. It weighs 7 pounds. The bottom also has a dot pattern to prevent sliding on the floor. It is available for purchase at their website, manduka.com. It costs $108, or you can buy off Amazon. I've had this mat for 3.5 years now, and I've used it a lot in teaching and practicing vinyasa and hot yoga. And to be honest, I have mixed feelings about this one. So let's talk about the pros and cons. I do like a lot of things about this mat. Number one is how thick it is. It's very dense, so it provides great cushioning for your joints and your spine while you're practicing. Another thing is it provides great stability. Even if it's a slippery floor that you're practicing on, it will stay put, it will not slide around. And also, while you're practicing on it, it stays flat. It won't roll up or bunch up, and that is a great thing. So you're not constantly fussing over your mat when you're in class. And also, over the years that I've used it, it has retained its shape, its texture, its color. It hasn't faded or flaked. It is very, very durable and very high quality. It's actually the only yoga mat that I will use outdoors. If I have to use it on the grass or any rough surfaces, I think this is the only yoga mat I have that will withstand that kind of conditions. And worth noting too is that it's 100% latex free. So for those of you who have latex allergies, this is a good option to consider. And lastly, it's backed by a lifetime guarantee. What does that mean? The company will replace your mat if it gets damaged or just normal wear and tear from years of use, but it needs to be normal yoga practice use, or maybe Pilates or different kinds of workouts. If, for example, your dog chews on the mat and it gets destroyed, then the company will not replace your mat. So if this is a mat that works for you, this could be your forever yoga mat. This could be the only mat you'll ever buy. What do I not like about this mat? 3 things. Number one, it's expensive. It's over $100. I bought it on sale a few years ago. It was maybe $80 or $85, but still that's a lot of money for a yoga mat. Second thing I don't like is it's heavy. Something to consider if you plan to travel with a yoga mat, or if you walk or bike to the studio or take the subway. Carrying this mat is a workout on its own. Last thing, and the most annoying thing about this yoga mat is it claims to be a non-slip surface, but unfortunately that hasn't worked out for me. It is the most slippery yoga mat that I've ever used. Now, they tell you when you first get it that it needs a break-in period because there's a thin film over it that will break down over time. So they ask you to scrub the mat with sea salt, and I did that many times and it improved a little bit, but it's still slippery. I can't use the yoga mat without a towel over it so I don't slide all over the place. So that's my thing with it, but that could just be me because I'm really sweaty and my palms sweat, and I'm sorry if that's too much information. I see a lot of people, their hands and their feet are bone dry when they're practicing, and this mat works for them. So if you're someone who's like that, then you can maybe consider this. And there you have it. That's my experience with the Manduka Black Mat Pro, just the pros and cons. And I hope that's helpful to you when you're out there making a decision on what yoga mat to buy. Please let me know your feedback or your questions in the comments section below. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.